Prince Harry's memoir Spare shares a raw and honest insight into the life of the Duke of Sussex, touching on emotional anecdotes and never-before-heard stories of the royal family. We take a look at the most personal admissions and heartwarming stories that Harry wrote about, including his thoughts on the day of Prince William's wedding to Kate, and his proof that Princess Diana had really passed away. As Harry delves into the most monumental moments of the last 38 years, we learn what it was like at Meghan Markle's emotional birth to Lilibet and an uplifting secret at the late Queen's Golden Jubilee concert. In the book's early pages, as he recounts the aftermath of his mother Princess Diana's death, Harry recalls how his Aunt Sarah McCorquodale gave him and William 2 tiny blue boxes. And he reveals how they both contained a lock of his mother's hair that his aunt, Diana's sister, had clipped from her head after she died in a Paris hospital. Heartbreakingly, Harry writes, "So there it was. Proof. She's really gone," and later explains how he always keeps the box on his bedside table. After his mother's death, Harry talks about how hard his father Charles, then Prince of Wales, found being a single parent. But he concedes that his father tried hard and recalls how the pair had a sweet bedtime ritual before Harry went to sleep. He explains how his dad would tickle his face until he fell asleep and how he has the fondest memories of his hands on my cheeks. Harry also tells of how Charles would also leave letters on his pillow telling him how proud he was of him. Harry writes about watching his grandmother Queen Elizabeth enjoying her Golden Jubilee concert in 2002, and imagining what it would be like to hug her. "More than ever before, I wanted to give my granny a hug," he says, when he realizes that the Queen is wearing earplugs and pretending to dance to the music. He relates the moment to the famous story of Diana trying to embrace the Queen in a hug, but it ended very awkwardly as it went against royal protocol. Harry talks about his emotions on the day of William's wedding to Kate, which was at Westminster Abbey, the same place where their mother's funeral was held. The Duke describes the occasion as yet another farewell under this horrid roof and a final farewell to his brother, who he cherished fond childhood memories with. "I recall Willie walking her back up the aisle, and as they disappeared through the door, into the carriage that would convey them to Buckingham Palace, into the eternal partnership they'd pledged, I recall thinking, 'Goodbye,'" he says. While the wedding ceremony was mostly blank in his mind, he recalls Kate looked incredible in her gown. Harry describes the moment he first laid eyes on Meghan, on a video on Lady Violet Manor's social media, that stopped the conveyor belt immediately. He instantly fell in love with her luminous, angelic face and asked Violet to put him in touch. Meghan then reached out and messaged Harry on Instagram, introducing herself with a simple hello. She said she'd got my info from Violet. She complimented my Instagram page. "Beautiful photographs," Harry writes. Harry talks about Meghan being in labor with their firstborn child Archie, and what they packed in their hospital bag, including the electric candles from the night he proposed. He shares how they also had a special framed photo of his mother Diana on a little table, which was Meg's idea. He recalls the magical moment that Meghan gave birth and they both cried meeting their baby boy, then told Archie how much they loved him.